I love it. Like Russell Wilson, the way he treats Sierra, like I like that. Like I like to be treated that way. But I can't do a soft guy. Like you have to be able to tell me, like, girl, shut the fuck up. So, because I'll chew you up and eat you up. So it just depends. But I do like to be spoiled, and I do like to be treated like and cherished because that's how women's supposed to be treated. Like, what's wrong with that?
Nothing. Agreed. That's why I detached treating women nicely from the other thing you're talking about. It's a clear separation. And I'll say it again. You can treat women the best possible. And it does not necessarily mean you've placed them on a pedestal above yourself. But when you've placed them on a pedestal above yourself, it becomes obvious and it's hard for a woman to respect you from that point. That's the only point we making.
The problem is that we keep looking at what he did rather than who she is.
That's what I'm
saying. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything no different. He didn't do anything no different than any normal husband would do on the planet. He didn't do anything different. What y'all are doing is y'all looking at. Oh no, wait. Y'all are doing is y'all looking at the woman and saying if the woman sees you as pussy, that means that she's gonna go out there and do something. That doesn't make him a pussy. That just makes her a shitty woman. Because he didn't do anything different. He did what any husband would do for their wife. What she did was you talking about she a bulldogging ass, ain't shit ass woman who looked at her man as pussy because he was being a normal man. This is like those chicks that say, I want a man that's gonna punch me in the face and put me in my place. But anybody that won't do that, which is normal fucking people.
Normal people.
Is you beneath me because you won't do what this crazy ass motherfucker do to me. She needed a crazy ass nigga. He wasn't crazy. He wasn't bad. He wasn't no simp. He wasn't none of that. He was a normal dude, and he got with an ain't shit ass woman.
That's it.
I agree. And the thing is, she knew him before he went to jail. This Papoose never changed in the relationship, so she just ended up showing her true colors. So what I'm saying, it's not about him. It's about her. Her actions and decisions were terrible. That's it.
So to make the point, yes, she was ain't shit, and yes, she was a bad woman. Yes, she was a red flag. Next point. If you're gonna date a woman that is like this, which you should not do, then there's a way that you have to go about that dating process. And that is what we're speaking to, because you can potentially make that relationship work under the parameters that we're speaking to. And you guys are right about her as a woman and the behavior and all of that stuff. We're making two different points. So we agree with your first point.
I think the thing though is that you're assuming
I want to go ahead and reiterate hold on.
Also, you got to account for the fact that a lot of these men that's, from my experience, a lot of these men that have these relationships with these women with these red flags, they don't even know. They don't even know how to move. Like, they don't know that they probably shouldn't get into a relationship with them in the first place. They don't know how to deal with these women on that level. So they end up screwing themselves over. And this is why we do what we do. We make these videos. We have these consultations. We try to spread awareness as much as we can so that these brothers can be aware and protect themselves.
Can I answer the question?
Yeah, hold on. Let Ruth answer the question. Then we got to transition, y'all.
Y'all being a little disorganized tonight. We not staying on the same topic, and then he said let the women answer, and we haven't been able to answer like all night. So the Remy and Papu, I believe in the power dynamics. Like you do have to have a certain level of power dynamics. I don't like to answer the question, do you want a man to put you on a pedestal? I'm split in the middle. I purposely did not want somebody that's going to put me on a pedestal, but I do want somebody to treat me nicely, because if you treat your girl like you're a fan, then you don't, like, you expect her to be perfect. And when she's not perfect, then you might go the other way. I've experienced things like that. They see you online, and then in person, you're not allowed to be a human being. So you don't want somebody that's going to put you on a pedestal. Do you want somebody to treat you well? Absolutely. I prefer if he could put me on a pedestal and I could put him on a pedestal, and that we have a great relationship. But when it comes to power dynamics, the man has to be masculine. He has to be able to say, the only thing I would really give the borderline is, like, you have to have an ability to say no to your wife. If you can't say no, then you're being too soft. If you can never say no. Now, some men want to take in and say no all the time about everything and don't give her an inch. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you do want to make her happy, but there is a line where it's like when she's doing too much, you got to be able to say no. And some men are not able to say no. And that's the problem. No, you can't do this. So when it comes to Remy Ma and Papoose, I don't follow them. Y'all probably know this. But at the same time, I think that he should have never dated her and treat her like, if she's toxic, then he should have just never married her or whatever. But there is something in there where you wait for somebody for 8 years. Do you expect to be with them forever? I mean, they were married, so yes, but just because you waited, like you might be the fool waiting for somebody that went to jail. Like, there's a reason why they in jail. They don't have good sense. So of course their logic is like, oh cool, I'm up now. I don't need you anymore. Like you played yourself. Congratulations. So
all right. Hey, Kevin, you want to add anything?
About the pedestal conversation. Every woman doesn't require being put on a pedestal. But as a wife or girlfriend, I would appreciate a man going over, above, and beyond for me, showing me that he loves me and cares about me. And I don't think that makes him a simp. And I do believe in giving reciprocal energy. So just like he could go over, above, and beyond for me, I feel like I can do the same thing for him.
I have a question for y'all.
Let me ask you that before we get out of here on that. Let me ask.
Would y'all hold
on.
Let
me ask this real quick.
You see how you hold on me all night? I ain't say nothing. Can I please talk? Thank you. Would you hold your wife's purse?
Simp.
Fair is fair.
No.
People, human beings.
You said, would I hold my wife's purse? Yeah, I've held my wife's purse before.
If it's heavy and she got the snacks in the movie, would you hold the purse?
I mean, I've held my wife's purse.
Yeah.
But you gotta hold it a certain way.
You can hold it like luggage. It's okay.
No, you gotta hold it like you gotta put the bunny ear method. You gotta hold it like the bunny ear method. You can't.
I'm interested to know why he won't hold his wife's purse.
Huh? Say it again.
Why he won't hold his wife? Somebody said no, right?
If it's like heavy and her shoulder hurt.
Your wife said, "Hey, baby, can you hold this real quick?"
She's not. My thing is, she's not gonna ask me to hold her purse. You know what I'm saying? Because that's I don't hold purses. Like, I just don't. I've never been. Don't ask me to go in your purse and get nothing. I'm gonna give it to you. So listen. Right. One thing I do want to say. Let me ask y'all this: have y'all ever seen Remy Ma put Papoose on a pedestal?
Yes. Several times.
Dog, you lying.
Have you ever
couldn't even prove to me how she? But I could tell.
Have you ever seen Remy Ma in person? Do you know her? Aside from TV.
Come on, dog. I asked this man, can you give me an example where he pedestalized her or was in this like weakling position? He couldn't give me one. And then you asked me, or asked the panel, has she ever put him on a pedestal?
Look at the power dynamics of their relationship. Go back and look at all of anytime you've seen them together, anytime you've seen them on TV or anything, look at the power dynamics of that relationship. It's always been that way. He's always taken the backs. It apparently it does because look how she did him. She didn't just break up with him. She just disrespected the man completely in the public eye.
You really have to realize that this is a fraction of their relationship that you see. It's a fraction of it.
It doesn't matter. It's the public perception.
It matters.
Of it. What do we see when we do see them? What do we see when we do see them,
you're
Kelly?
Only judging about 10% out of 100. You only judge what you see.
I'm looking at the way they operated.